Hello everybody and welcome back. Today's block is block 24 of 25 in the Grandma's Kitchen Challenge hosted by Pat Sloan. This one is called Grandma's Purse. Now as you can see, I've already done a lot of the half square triangles. I did the outside here and I actually sewed them together. And I did the middle one. We're going to do these two together because you only need to see it once, or you can watch any of my videos. I think I do a half square triangle in just about all of them. So when I did these, I did them the exact same way. It just so happened that half went one way and half went the other. So you do have to watch the direction you sew these, because if you line them up, you can see that they're opposite as far as where the white goes and where the stripes on mine go. So these are going to go like this. I am going to just slide this up. This is the layout. We're going to slide it up a little bit further and we're going to work on this. So to do a half square triangle, I guess I'm going to use the big one. I don't know where the little one went. But you're just going to lay this corner to corner. This is a 1/2 inch ruler. You can use any one. You could really use this and just lay your 1/4 inch on the corner there. And you could draw a line. Where's my pen? You could draw that line. And then you could spin it around and do the same thing. So you don't have to use this one. I just have it, so I use it mostly. But since I just did that there, I don't need it. And then we're just going to sew on, I'm just going to sew a hair on the inside of each of these. Because her patterns are a bit oversized as far as that goes, and it would be fine to sew on the line, but I always go a little on the inside. Let's grab that. All right. Now we're just going to cut that apart. Just corner to corner. Now we'll iron it open. Sorry, dropped a few things. It's fine. Iron them to the pattern side. And now we'll trim them down. And they get trimmed to 2.5 inches. That just does not want to come off. I'm sorry, I wasn't even talking you through that. Okay, so for that, let's do it this time. You're going to line up your diagonal line on this ruler with your seam line. And you want to make sure it hangs over on all 4 sides. That way we can get a straight line on every side of it. Then you'll flip it around. You'll line up the diagonal again, but this time you're going to line up your 2.5 inch point and the lines on both sides. And if you line up 2 of those, the other 2 should line up perfectly. So let's get rid of that. Let's pull this back down. Now again, I have already sewn these together because you have to do this in stages. So now I'm going to sew this to this and this to this. And while I'm at it, I'm going to sew this one to this and this one to this. So this side, this side, this side, and this side. And then I'll be right back. Alright, all of them are sewn. So now we're going to lay it back out. I did choose to do my stripe going up with the rest of them, but do it however you want. Then we're going to lay these back out, and you want to make sure that your half square triangles here kind of face the middle to make like a vase. So now we're going to sew this one, and I'm going to pin this. And we're also going to flip this up and pin it, because we're going to sew it. And then while we're there, we're going to sew our final piece here. I'm going to put a pin in it, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew one of these, then this, and then I can cut this loose and sew the other one. So I'll be right back. All right, let's iron these open. Hangs over a little there, but it's okay. So I'm a little off there, but honestly, it's so much busy work there, I don't think it'll be a problem. So now we just have this last one to go. We're just gonna attach it. There is a seam here. I should have made a point of lining up this seam over here, but I didn't, and I'm okay with it, so it's fine. And then just the beginning. And we're going to go sew this up. I'll take you with me for this one, because it's our last seam for now. And I'm just going to iron it open. There it is. It's called Grandma's Purse. Now we are going to actually attach it to the last block we did. So we're just going to fold that over, and I'm going to pin at the end and at the beginning. And there is a seam here, however I've already sewn. Let's see if we can switch it. If we turn this, it's exactly the same, so we're just going to do it that way. Now we'll pin at the end, and now that will match up. And at the beginning, and it's still the exact same, because that is how the block was either way. So I'm going to go sew that up. I'll be right back. Now we will iron this open and add our bottom border to this. And our bottom border is this piece. Let's see, these are 2.5 inch squares. I'm sorry, no they're not. They're 2-inch squares. And there is 16 of them. 8 medium and 8 light. You're going to start with your medium one on this corner, the bottom left. We're just going to fold this up. Now, I am going to spin it because I do like to pin from this angle. And I'm actually going to start here in the middle, because it is the exact middle. And then I'm going to go to the end. And then there's this seam. There's several seams throughout this one that you can line up, which is nice. It keeps you on track. I'm going to put a pin there. There's no seam, but I'm just going to pin it all the way down through. These, however, will not match. But I'm just going to pin down through just to hold it steady. Alright, and I'm going to go sew that up and I'll be back to show you what it looks like. Get all our pins out. I must have used a lot. Okay, and I'm actually, these are a lot of seams. I'm going to flip it over and iron it to this side. There's still seams, there's just not nearly as many. It's going to be hard though, because it's just a tiny little piece. So there it is. I am going to go ahead and attach it to the rest of my row. And then we only have one more block, and I'm pretty excited about that. But I'll do that, you know, later. So there it is. It is called Grandma's Purse. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I'll see y'all next time. Have a great day.